Such beautiful music, Gary. I've got to tell you, it's a lovely way to be introduced to GPTV on Tuesday, the 28th of October. My name is Phillip Kingston.
I'm Gary Peer, and welcome to the House of Culture. That is our real estate program.
And it's fitting, Gary, that this show really, now that we've made so many additions, it's really fitting that we do have now a pianist that joins us.
I think it's a minimum requirement.
And certainly it's great to have a pianist in this beautiful home, of which we will talk more about in a moment.
Not only a pianist, an award-winning pianist, but we will reveal all shortly, Phillip. It was the biggest weekend in the history of real estate for auctions anywhere in the world, I'd say, have to be.
Well, Melbourne is the leading auction capital of the world. Viewers, you will be interested to know that a typical auction weekend in Melbourne is somewhere around 600 to 800 auctions.
That's correct.
In spring, which we're currently in, we have record weeks where we get to 1,000 and 1,100.
That's right.
Last weekend, viewers, 1,700 plus auctions were held in Melbourne, and the industry held its collective breath, wondering, with that much property, would it be observed? And we were all speculating, would the industry clearance rate drop from its average of 72, 73%? Would it plummet into the mid-60s as this surge of stock came forward? But we are excited to release that the industry cleared 74% from that massive offering. But Gary, it's exciting. The team at Gary Peer & Associates, both at 348 Orrong Road, Caulfield North, and 55 Inkerman Streets in Kilda, didn't have 70%, we didn't have 80%, nor did we have 90%, and the pianist is probably thinking 95% is a possibility. No, 96% clearance rate at Gary Peer & Associates.
Put up those towers, Phil. 96% for
What an
us.
amazing result.
70, what did say the rest was? 73%?
73%?
73%, so what an amazing weekend, Phil. And in the attempt to make it shorter episodes, we're not going to review every auction, and we're not even going to review any upcoming auctions, because this weekend, Phil, is a zero, no auctions, because
those horses.
Those horses, they are on the track for the Derby.
Have you got a horse running over the spring carnival?
No, I haven't got one. No, I've got a few horses, Philip, but my horses
you couldn't get one of your horses to run the spring
primed and
carnival.
ready for the spring carnival, Phil. My horses tend to be the ones that like to follow other horses, sadly.
Yes.
And my money follows as well, but doesn't get back
But
to me.
not the trust account money, just for the viewers to actually acknowledge that.
Let us, before
the
we
best of my knowledge
reveal
anyway.
our pianist, let us talk a little bit about some of the auctions of the weekend. Philip, I started off all the way in sunny Mentone on Saturday morning at 10:30 a.m. I think it was, yes. And what a wonderful auction we had, Phil. The reserve there was 315,000. We sold it for $347,000. We had Channel 10 News there, Phil.
I saw you on Channel 10. Yeah. I was actually sent a video clip, and we'll actually show it now on screen.
Yes.
But your smiling face on Channel 10, clearly you couldn't crack Channel 7 or Channel 9 where the ratings are, but Channel 10, we'll take that.
I have no problem with Channel 10, a fine network, Philip, and the most magnificently beautiful journalist, I don't mind saying, for whatever it's worth.
But anyway, sure she felt the same way about you, Gary.
No
Probably
question,
thought,
Phil.
what a handsome real estate agent that I am introducing.
I wasn't going to say anything, but now that you've mentioned it, Phil, we went on. We've got
special shout out to that beautiful journalist at Channel 10. Should you be watching, Gary is available for commentary anytime, and I will give you his mobile number should you want it.
It certainly has been pretty hot for a while. I don't know if it's going to burst. I don't see a bubble bursting, but it'll settle down eventually.
Phil, so many results to go through. We're not going to go through all of them, though. Just to give you a quick summary of some of them. Don Court, Phil.
Oh, Gary, here's Don.
It was good, and it did sell, Phil. Sold very well. It's not undisclosed. The price there
is $1,540,000, Gary, and a special shout out to Olive Constructions yet again, setting price records in the area, and the architecture there by Michael Wold, who did a fabulous job.
Phil, I was in Ludbrook Avenue, number 63 Ludbrook Avenue. The reserve there was $720,000. Leon Goosen fit of thought he had some interest.
Yep.
And lo and behold, it unfolded, Philip. We sold that under intense competition for $832,000, if you don't mind. Good result, Shanahan.
Fantastic.
Crescent in McKinnon. Phil, you auctioned that?
I did. That was handled by Jeremy Rosens. That was a terrific auction because we had a reserve price there of $900,000, and we sold it well in excess of $1 million. That McKinnon High School zone, anything within walking distance or actually within the zone of the McKinnon High School, is just going gangbusters as people pour wanting to get their kids into one of the best schools in the state.
Phil, 10 Glencairn Avenue was auctioned and sold. We did it at 4:30 on Saturday. It was interesting
that shook up the conservative Brighton market, didn't it, Gary?
But funnily enough, we had, 4 or 5 bidders going hell for leather.
And it was amazing to see all of the crowd in Brighton were all dressed in their tennis gear.
They were, Phil, and they looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, a very competitive auction.
Brighton is a beautiful place, Brighton, with beautiful people, Gary. I don't mind. I was standing there doing the auction, looking at all of these people in their tennis gear with their blonde hair and sparkling teeth. I thought, this is like being in the bold and the beautiful.
It is, Phil.
We were certainly the odd people out there, Gary.
That's for sure, Phil. They took photos of you. They thought, I haven't seen anyone like this before. It's an undisclosed price, but we can't reveal what it was. But it was a very successful result. Congratulations to the vendor. Thank you for giving us the opportunity in lovely Glencairn Avenue. Phil, on Sunday there was a big result opposite the park in Balaclava Road. Can you tell us about it?
I can, Gary. It is the penthouse at a property called Rowena,
It's undisclosed.
which was okay, but we sold that 7 years ago off the plan.
Yeah.
We had a fantastic auction with about 150 people inside. We had the journalists from the Herald Sun there.
did you?
And we actually had 4 people bidding for that, which really does show the strength of the market, because all of the people were downsizers, empty nesters.
Has it appeared in the Herald Sun?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked that,
Might
Gary.
have a look, and if it's there, we might just chuck it in.
But just
yesterday.
really interesting to see good product like that being so strongly competed for.
A few other results on Sunday to get through, Philip. One of those was in Aruna Road, a beautiful home.
Number 33 Aruna
location
Road.
for GPTV, again, a popular property, Philip, and it was very, very much undisclosed, very secretive, but congratulations to the vendors, because it's been the same family for many, many years.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
Gary, and I love that house. It's a really good house, and with a west and north facing back garden. Special shout out today also to thank the Bank of Melbourne and their their branch in Glenhuntly Road, Elstonwick. Shanna Appleman is the manager there, because they had a coffee van out for us across the weekend. There's probably an image now up on screen of that. But a special shout out to the Bank of Melbourne for bringing that coffee round at their expense to all of our auctions, giving away coffees, chocolates and water.
Beltane, Philip, is an iconic building.
It is.
That was built by Gabby Hubay some years ago.
Yes,
and I
it
remember
was.
when it was built, everyone was like, wow. And it's still got the wow.
I think it's
factor.
still the benchmark of excellence in the Caulfield and St Kilda area. We sold the ground floor rear apartment with a beautiful courtyard garden to a lovely couple that I've known for many years, and I think that they will love owning that property.
I need to check whether that's undisclosed, Philip, because I'm not
I
sure.
believe it is, Gary, so don't need to check it. It is undisclosed.
Philip, I auctioned off 6 at 41 Allison Road, Elstonwick on Sunday.
Now, this is an incredible real estate story, and the viewers, if you've gone away for a cup of coffee, but you can hear us in the background, rush back to the screen
Yes,
now.
because you won't believe it.
This is incredible.
It was a beauty, Phil. We last property we sold there, we sold for $530,000.
How long ago?
6
months ago?
Not even, but maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Anyway, it sold for $531,000. The vendors were looking for something similar to that.
Yep.
The reserve was in that sort of area of price, very close to that figure. The first bid, Philip, lo and behold, was $570,000.
So that's already $40,000, and as a
Over the
percentage
last-
of 530, we're talking about
8% thereabouts. Over the last price. That's the opening bid, so we're on the market.
Yeah.
We're selling, that's it.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, 2 other bidders come in, Philip, and it sells for $655,000.
Staggering. So that's $125,000.
Yeah, more than the last apartment,
more
which,
than
went,
the last
which
sale.
went for a lot more than the sale.
So that's almost probably about 20%,
It is, Phil.
23% or something.
It is amazing, but look, the most delightful buyer, who I'd like to congratulate, a lovely young lady going to be living there, and well done to the vendors who have been there since the 80s, Philip,
Right.
a most delightful elderly gentleman who is moving on now, but
Well, he's cashed up now, isn't he?
he's cashed up and he's going to be splashing, Phil. He'll be out in the town, so well done to him and to the family. Another terrific result. Phil, we finished off in Oak Crescent.
We did, Gary.
Tell us a little about
well,
that.
that was just a delightful result, because we had a family that owned that property. The reserve was around $1 million at the commencement of the auction, and they said, look, once you get to there or thereabouts, just roll on and be on the market. Now, they'd owned this property for 86 years, which from a real estate point of view, for real estate agents, is absolutely tragic to think that it hadn't been to the market for 86 years, but that goes to show what a great house and what a great location.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we're on the market at around $1 million, and lo and behold, we have a final
going.
selling price, Gary. I can't even remember what it was. What was
It was
it?
$1,250,000, Philip. What a great bidder.
Unbelievable.
So the bidder just walked in and just chucked another 20 on the top of the last bid.
25% over the reserve price. Having said that, that's the new price. So when 2015 ultimately kicks in, which is not far away, the prices that we sold for in spring will be the launching pad for 2015.
Now, there were some buyers, Phillip, that there will be some buyers that are disappointed that they missed out, but they don't despair because there's more properties coming up, not this weekend, but we did pass in an apartment in Hotham Street. I believe
the only passed-in property for the weekend, Gary.
Yes.
So this is a great opportunity.
14 at 142 Hotham Street is a terrific apartment, Phillip, now for private sale. Come and have a look at that one. Mr. Joel Sir and Adam Droski are representing the sale of it, and I think it's terrific, and it will get sold. Now, I think it's time, Phil, that we moved on from our little wrap. We're going to talk about the property we're in. We're going to talk a bit about the awards. But
let's go and lean against the piano, Gary, in a very gentlemanly fashion, shall we?
What was that show where that woman spreads out and goes, the Baker Boys? I don't want you doing that. I want you doing a Michelle Pfeiffer lying on the piano because you're capable of doing that.
That was a great scene, wasn't it? Perhaps we'll just bring that up on screen just for a moment. Just flash it up on screen there.
Just for a second,
we will not be doing that.
We might. See if we can find it. But I don't want you to be trying to do that because I can just see we're going to get sued and that'll be it. Other than the fact that you'll probably damage yourself. Let's have a look at who our pianist is and have a little chat, shall we? So, the mystery has been revealed. Our pianist is none other than Mr. Jeremy Rosens.
The multi-talented Jeremy Rosens. Not only can he auction, not only can he sell, not only can he lead a sales team, Gary, but he is the most delightful pianist.
One of the best, Phil.
And as you well know, Gary, having been to a recent conference with him, when the night does kick on late and the alcohol has been flowing, he has been known to get up on a bar and actually hit a note with a couple of songs, Gary.
He is an entertainer, but more than that, Jeremy Rosens happens to be the winner. Just hold that up.
This one here?
Because we did go into the awards, and lo and behold, Gary Pruitt Associates finalists in 11 different categories.
Yes, Gary.
However, we didn't win that many.
But okay. We did win 11. We did win 2.
We did win 2. We are still the most innovative agent in not only Victoria but last year Australia. So we hold that title.
The most innovative agent.
Innovative, and we have the #1 salesperson in Victoria. Congratulations to Mr. Jeremy Rosens.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
The #1 salesperson in Victoria.
Fantastic.
I'm not sure if you go into the national level or not now, competitions. I don't know which categories go forward.
Not sure.
But how astounding is that? It's very
Fantastic.
proud. Very proud of you.
So we are an award-winning team for 2014 off the back of us sweeping the awards in 2013. Great to see that we got to, well, I was going to say silverware, but it's actually, I think that's aluminium and glass. But, it's modern.
Thick glass, toughened.
Back to business, Phillip. We have an auction that we didn't review on Thursday night, just a couple of days' time. And you can tell us a little bit about it, Jeremy.
Well, before you tell us about the house, let me just say to the viewers, we love these twilight auctions. We would love to encourage clients to come forward and do more twilight auctions, particularly in the busy spring, because if you think about it, doing on a Wednesday night or a Thursday night, they're one of one or one of a couple of auctions,
you get centre stage,
as opposed to on the weekend where you become one of 1,700 auctions. So Thursday night viewers, we would love you all to come down on Thursday night to the property that Gary's going to tell you about, and we will be serving champagne, so please come and have a glass of champagne with the compliments of Gary Pruitt Associates, which we'll probably bill to the vendor, but it does make us
Tell us about the property, Jeremy,
14 Imperial Avenue, Caulfield South, a gorgeous period home, double fronted. It's a picture postcard facade, 4 bedrooms, study and swimming pool at the rear, expecting interest north of 1.3, should go very well. A beautiful home in a great street.
And what a great street it is.
It is Thursday at 6:30. A fine address. Thank you very much for the wrap there, Jeremy. Now, we've had a lot of things to say in this episode, but we haven't talked much about where we are right now because we are here in Lansdowne Road, Phillip.
Gary,
tell us about this property.
What an amazing house, Gary. So we're going to just show the drone shot that we took on this property, because
the
house, the property consists of this incredible house in Lansdowne Road on over 1,000 square metres of land, and it is the most magnificent home. It's got rooms that are so palatial, Gary. A grand piano looks tiny in this room. Now we're going to be selling the house first, and the person that buys the house will have the first right of refusal on the tennis court, which is on the corner of Lansdowne Road and Alma Road.
It has an address of Alma Road, but it could be used separately too. If you don't want the land, someone else can buy the land.
Correct, Gary. So this is just really the most incredible property. And if you think about it, it's been in the same hands for decades. And in our entire real estate career, Gary, we've driven past this property all the time, just wondering Wouldn't it be great if we one day get the opportunity to sell this property?
Wouldn't it
And
be
lo and behold,
nice?
2014, we've got
Play a
it.
tune for you.
You could play a tune. Thank you for that wrap. Elza Schilling's handling this property. Phillip, it goes up Sunday, 2 weeks, Sunday the 9th of November, if I'm not mistaken, at 2:30 p.m. Be here for the fine offering that this is a rare offering in the same hands for so long, as you've mentioned correctly. Look, that's it on GPTV. We did win awards. Congratulations to Jeremy. There's lots happening. The weekend after this, Phillip, the weekend after this Derby Cup weekend, we're back in business with some 25 auctions or thereabouts. You better get a nice rest this
Well,
week.
Gary, this weekend I think I'm going to, as I'm not doing any auctions, I'm
Yeah.
going to leave the state. I'm going to fly up to
Are you?
Sydney.
Good on you.
I'm going to have a
You do
weekend
that.
in Sydney this weekend.
you should,
And
Phil.
you know what I'm going to do, Gary? I'm going to stay in Bondi. I'm going to do the Bondi to Bronte walk.
Lovely.
And on the Bondi to Bronte walk, it's the sculpture walk. Do you know, every year they have sculptures all the way from Bondi to Bronte.
they really?
And viewers, it's a fantastic thing to do. If you want to take a weekend, come on to Sydney with me on the weekend. You don't mind if we borrow your jet, do you, Gary?
Go for it, it's fine. You can
Fantastic.
find it, you can take it. By all means, enjoy yourself. Your well-earned break, you deserve it because it's all happening. We are in the midst of it, spring. You can still get in for this year if you want to sell, because some people still are jumping in and getting advantage of the heat of this, taking advantage of the heat of this market. Phillip and Jeremy, it's been a very, very
Before we
exciting time.
sign off, I just want to say congratulations to the entire team at Gary Peer and Associates, all of the salespeople, all of the admin
Yes.
people, because it was a collective effort getting such an incredible clearance rate this weekend.
And well done to Adam Josky for his nomination of Salesperson of the Year as well. And well done to also Leon Gusenfitter and to our girls, Phillip, to Christy and Eliza and Kylie for all of their nominations as Support Person of the Year. We congratulate them, but you know, we've just got...
There can only be one, Gary.
So, Jeremy, take us off with maybe
Well,
one of your favourite...
I
Yes.
might just do this one. I think this is it fair release? I'm not sure what you want to call it, but anyway, I'll take
Thanks
it away.
again for watching GPTV. We'll see you next week. I'm Phillip Kingston.
I'm Gary Peer.
And I'm your local pianist.
Jeremy Rosens playing
Thank
us
you.
out of here. Isn't it beautiful? The cultured episode.